What if you're a victim? Again, if you're a victim, the best thing you do is if you're a victim of online fraud or any of that kind of financial crime, contact your local police. They're going to ask you to go to the bank and get an affidavit, a forgery, meaning they're going to make you fill out a special thing from the bank saying that, yeah, that's not something I charge, that kind of thing, and you have to take that back to the police and then they'll open a case. If you're a victim of that kind of stuff, use your local law enforcement. I have to say they become very good at being able to enforce those crimes. Contact the Better Business Bureau. If you have problems with a business, they're really good. The Attorney General's office has a process for filing a complaint against businesses that are not doing things the way they should. Also, you can send emails to knock@usict.org. That's our network operations center, and I have that's manned 24/7. Matter of fact, my director of intelligence is in the Philippines right now, doing some work down there for us. And so when he gets back, that'll be an interesting story. But anyways, the county attorney's office can do some work for you too. They can send letters for the bullying issues if you're having issues. So. What else have we got here? You know, the troubleshooters, those investigative reporters, maybe you're not the only one having a problem with this business or this particular thing going on. Call them. Maybe there's something more bigger here that meets the eye. The other thing I was going to talk to you about, now that I'm done with that, next slide, is kind of devices that you wouldn't take for granted normally. Does anybody know what these are? These are camera glasses. They actually record full video and audio, and it records it to a little chip. And you place that chip inside of one of these guys here and plug it in your computer, and it can record full video and audio up to 30 frames per second, 640 by 480. They're really neat. I actually use these on the police work when I'm working and responding to calls, because then there's no way that anybody can say I maybe ran a light or did something stupid when I was running my police sirens or whatever. Or it's for that non-repudiation on that call you go to that somebody just says, hey, you treated me unfairly. No, I didn't. Every call I go to is recorded. But if you're out and about and you're out with your child at the ball field, or you're doing something, you see somebody out there who just doesn't look like they belong and they're wearing something like that, you probably need to call one of us so we can get involved in that and get in their business a little bit. Because they're using these kinds of things now to fulfill their fetishes and their pedophile needs, and they're going around filming children on playgrounds and doing things like that. So just if you see people out and about with things like that, it just doesn't look right. Okay, if it's out of place and it doesn't look right, resist the urge to put the grab on them, but just call us. Another thing too is if you're driving through neighborhoods and you see people with a laptop open and they're just driving slow through the neighborhood and they got a little GPS receiver on their computer, but if you see them, they don't belong and they're just driving through your neighborhood, you should call too, because they're war driving. They're looking for those non-secure wireless networks, and they're looking for places to get into. Actually had that happen in Vine Grove. Caught a guy riding around with a laptop. I was on routine patrol. 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, you lost? No, I'm not lost. What's the laptop for? Oh, I was just, and I said, I know what you're doing, okay? Not my first day at the rodeo, young man. So anyways, stop, think before you click. I'll hang around for some questions, and that's pretty much it, John.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks.
Are there any questions?